Today is August 27th, 2016, and this is a trade review for ticker symbol XME, the S&P Metals and Mining Index ETF. As you can see, this is a weekly chart of the ETF, and it's been in a pretty strong uptrend for most of the year. It had a brief consolidation period here from I'd say about end of April to July. It broke out of this cup type shape in July and began moving up again, formed a new top here around August, and then started trending back down, and that is where I started stalking the ETF for an entry. Okay, let's move down to the daily chart. Okay, so on the daily chart, here's that top, and then we started moving back down towards the 10 and 30 moving average area. That's my value area. Elder uses a different moving average pair, but I use the 10 and 30 EMAs for my short-term swing trades. It had come back in, and normally I would wait for it to get as close as it can to the 30-day moving average, but I saw this doji and I thought this was going to be the reversal after a short down trend. In hindsight, I probably should have drilled down to the hourly and the 15-minute chart to see if to see the action underneath, but I didn't. So that's one of the things I'll look into, forcing myself to do on any of these trades. Let me put the markers back on. Right there. Okay. So the trade should have gone like this. My entry would have been 10 cents over above this high, which is 28.31. So my entry would have been at 28.41. My stop would have been on the low of the day at 27.90. My risk would have been 1.8%. Had I followed my rules, that's the way the trade should have gone. I didn't follow my rules on this trade. I got in here when during the day it was just moving. The ETF was moving back and forth, so I got in here at 28.13 sometime during the day, and held it overnight. The next day, it moves sharply down, and I continued to hold it until the end of the day, and eventually got out down here towards the low at 27.33. My total loss was a negative 3%. I didn't follow any of my rules on this trade. Had I done so, I probably would have been only down 1.8%. But it didn't work out that way. Now, in hindsight, taking that loss the next day would have prevented me from further damage, because we continued moving sideways, and then eventually moved we moved sideways for a little bit, and then eventually moved down, continued down further. So taking a 3% loss would have been better than taking a larger loss in later on during the next few days. So for a grade, I give myself an F on this trade. It was failure. It was a bad trade. I didn't follow any rules. In hindsight, I would have stuck to my rules. I also would have drilled down to the hourly and the 15-minute charts to see what action was going on underneath this this doji, to see whether or not it was a positive move up or what was going to happen the next day. So an F on this one, and we'll look to stick to our rules on future trades.